Okay, so again, today is October the 11th. The agenda is under Math 8 agendas, two different agendas because I teach two different classes, okay? All right, so we have our warm up first. I'm going to go over translations. All right, and then we're going to do some guided and independent practice. Today, we're working on translations. Homework. There is a homework help video. Please make sure that you watch the homework help video on the same skill that we did on yesterday, rotation. We're doing the same thing again. Please make sure you work on your project. Your project is due Friday. Okay, do you have your packet, babe? I'm sorry, do what you need. Okay. All right, but please make sure that you work on your project. Your project is due Friday. Okay. Project is due on Friday. Take out your planner so that we can write our homework in our planner. Yesterday, we wrote down our goals for the week. Anybody else need a pencil? Please come get one. You're welcome. Just look in the supply bag, okay? All right, planner. We're in week 7. Yesterday, we wrote that we have virtual tutoring at 2:30 p.m. Okay, we got our homework help video. And we need to make sure that we complete our homework. Don't forget to work on project. Your project is due Friday. We started it last week. Most of us completed it really, we were almost finished with it last week. So if you're not finished, continue to work on it so you can have it finished by Friday. A lot of us have turned it in early, and we put it on that back behind, do you see where the Winston-Salem State little ram, like we put it back there if we finish early. And I'll go ahead and put it in the grade book. Yes, baby.
Wait, you took up homework?
I didn't take up homework yet, no. All right, I'm going to pause to give us a chance to write. All right, so now we are looking at our warm-up. Okay, we're solving the inequality, same as what we did yesterday. We're getting x by itself. Here, how do you get x by itself? Which one of these numbers are we going to move first? -4 or -8? -8. Very good, Andre. What's the opposite of subtracting 8 or a -8? Adding. So we're going to add 8. Very good, Atiana. Add 8 to both sides. -8 plus 8 is 0. So on this side, we're left with -4x. We're going to bring down the inequality. This inequality is a less than sign. Now we're going to add 56 plus 8. Count 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Very good. 61, 62, 63, 64. Okay. Now we're going to get x by itself. How do you get x by itself? Carter, you're right. Carter, but divide by what number? -4. Okay. A -4 divided by a -4 is a +1. So we're left with +1x or just x. What happens to the inequality? Does it stay the same or do we flip it? We flip it. Why are we flipping the inequality? Why are we flipping the inequality? Does anybody remember? Ricardo, I need y'all to focus, okay? Why are we flipping the inequality? We're flipping the inequality because we divided both sides by a negative number. Anytime you divide or multiply both sides by any negative number, the inequality is going to flip. What is positive 64 divided by a negative 4? Type it in your calculator. Negative 16. This is your answer. Okay. I'm going to pause to give us a chance to write. All right. The next one. This is saying if angle, this is an angle symbol, SRQ. This is S, R, Q is this way. So this is the angle that we're talking about. SQR or SRQ, sorry. What is the measure of SRP? This is the measurement we're looking for. What's the degrees of a straight line? 180 degrees. That means that these two angles are supplementary because two angles that add up to 180 degrees are supplementary. The angles are supplementary. So in order to figure out the measurement of this angle, what do I do to find the measurement of this angle that's missing? How do I, if both angles added together give me 180 degrees, I subtract. What am I subtracting?
110.
Say again, babe, I'm sorry.
110.
From what?
180.
180. So we got 180 minus 110. What's 180 minus 110?
70.
70. So angle SRP is equal to 70 degrees. Okay, I'm going to pause for the calls. Okay, let's take out our interactive notebook, please. Let's take out our notebook. Let's make sure we put this in the work to do section of our folder. I need you to take out this sheet here that we had started. Take this sheet out, please. Shh. We need to finish this sheet. Take that sheet out, please. We've already started this sheet. Okay. We're going to finish the other side. Actually, no, let me finish the last one. I've done these. So let's make sure we understand what we're doing by doing this last one. All right, translation. That means to slide. So we're going to slide each of these points 2 units to the right and 3 units up. So I'm going to start with M. I'm going to slide M 2 units to the right and 3 units up. Watch. I'm going to go over to the right 1, 2 times. Then I'm going to go 3 units up. 1, 2, 3 up. Using the grid lines. This is where I'm going to put my new location for M. M prime. I'm going to do the same thing for now. The X. I'm going to slide the X 2 units to the right and 3 units up. So I'm going to go to the right. 1, 2 times to the right. Okay, I'm right here. Now I'm going to go up 3. 1, 2, and 3. This is my new location for X. This is X prime. Erase my little marks that I made. Okay. E. I'm going to slide E. 2 units to the right, 3 units up. I'm going to go over to the right 1, 2 times, and up 1, 2, and 3. This is my new location for E. This is E prime. I'm going to do the same thing for J. I'm going to slide J. 2 units to the right and 3 units up. Shh. Yes, ma'am. That's fine. You can give it to me, babe. Thank you, sweetie. So we're going to slide J. 2 units to the right. 1, 2, and 3 units up. 1, 2, 3. This is my new location for J. This is J prime. So I'm going to connect my new points. Okay, where the object or the shape started is called the pre-image. I'm going to label this as pre-image. No tick marks on the pre-image. Because the shape has moved, we perform one transformation. It has one tick mark on all the letters. This is called my image. This is where the object has moved to. Please label. I'm going to pause for the calls. We got before the move and after the move. Pre is before the move. The image is after the move. All right, let's look at the other side. Make sure that you have this written. Raise your hand if you don't have this copy. Shh. Okay, that's everybody. All right, now let's look at the other side. I'm folding my paper so you can see it better. So now we're describing how these objects or how it moved. So this is how it moved. This is how you describe how this has moved. You can see that the shapes are the same shape and the same size. They are congruent. Because the objects didn't change in shape or size, translation is a rigid transformation. Translation is a rigid transformation. Why is translation a rigid transformation? Because the shapes are congruent. It did not change in shape or size. The shapes are congruent. That's what makes it a rigid transformation. It stayed the same shape and the same size. How did it slide? Let's look at how it slid. Any guesses as to how Z slid? This is where it started because it doesn't have any tick marks. This is where it moved to because there's one tick mark. How did it slide?
Go for one down.
It went, let's do left, right first. Did it go to the left or did it go to the right?
Right.
It went to the right. How many times?
Twice.
So 2 units right. After it went 2 units to the right, then what did it do?
Went down one.
It went down 1. So 2 units to the right and down 1. This is the answer. How do you write the rule for that? How do you write the rule for that? Translate. How do you write the rule for that? X what? I can't just say X2. But 2 is right, but what am I going to do? Am I going to add or am I going to subtract? It's to the right, so I add 2. Comma, Y, am I going to add or subtract since it says subtract what? 1. So this is my rule. All right, let's do V. Let's use V. Which one is the starting pre-image and which one is the image? Which one is the pre-image and which one is the image? Where did it start? This top point or the bottom point? Where did it start? Look very closely. It started at the bottom. How do you know that it started here? There are no tick marks. This is where it started. This is where it ended. Let me make this darker. What is the translation here? How did it move? How did it slide? From here to here. No tick marks to one tick marks. What did it do? Go left, right first. Did it go to the left or to the right? How many times to the left?
One.
It only went one time to the left. So it's 1 unit left. One unit to the left. Then when it went 1 unit to the left, where did it go? Up or down? Up how many units? 1 unit up. This is your answer here. How do you write the rule? How do you write the rule? You know you're going to say translate. How you going to write the rule? We're going to say x first. X what? X minus 1, comma. We're going to say y what? Plus 1. Somebody said, good job. This is how you write the rule. Another way to write this is -1, comma 1. Make sure you put translate in the front. -1, plus 1. This is x, this is y. I'm going to pause for the calls. Please make sure that you write so you can see the different ways that the rule is written. It can be written like this at the top. It can be written like this in the middle, or it can be written like this. A little sloppy there, but. All right, let's look at number 9. All right, let's look at, you can use any letter you want. We can use the U's. Which one is where it started? And what's the before, what's the after? Which one of these U's is the before? Is it U with the tick mark or U without the tick mark? U without the tick mark is where you started. U with the tick mark is where you moved to. So let's write the rule. Translate. Okay, starting here. Do you go to the left or to the right? Right. Right how many times? One time to the right. 1 unit right. Do you go up or down? No, it's just 1 unit to the right. This is it. What's another way to write this rule? You're going to say translate. You're going to say, very good. X what?
Plus 1.
X plus 1. Did you do anything to y?
No.
No, so just leave it as y. Another way to write it, translate. You have +1, and you didn't do anything to y. You didn't do anything to y. Sometimes they'll just put y here too. Sometimes they won't put no number, they'll just put y. See if you can do number 10 on your own. Just pick a letter. Which letter do you all want to use here? Pick a letter. A. Okay. So let's choose to look at the A. This is A without the tick mark. This is A with the tick mark. Make it a little darker. I'm going to pause for the calls to give you a chance to write your rules for this. All right, let's look. This one is saying you're going from the pre-image without the tick marks to the image, the A with the tick marks. So we're going over to the right one and down 1, 2, 3. So this is 1 unit right and 3 units down. Raise your hand if you got that right. Okay, quite a few people. That's good. Now, another way to write this is to say translate. And this is going to be x plus 1, because it's to the right, 1, comma, y is down, so that's minus 3. Another way to write this is translate. Don't forget this one. Positive 1 minus or negative 3. This is another way to write this. Okay? All right, let's try 11. Say again. All right, let's try 11. What letter? Go ahead and see at this point. What is the letter you want to use for this one?
Y.
Y. So we got Y without the tick mark and Y with the tick mark. Where do you start? Without tick mark or with tick mark? You start without tick mark first, and you're going to the tick mark. So you're starting here and going here. All right, and see what you come up with there. Pause for the calls. Okay, you should still get the same answer no matter which one you use. We went to the left, 1, 2. So 2 units left. And then we went down 1. 1 unit down. So another way to write this is x minus 2, comma, y minus 1. Or negative 2, comma, negative 1. Make sure the word translate is in front. So you'll know it's not just a regular ordered pair. All right, calculators, let's put those back and pick up your cell phone.